What?
This image that you're looking at right here is the reason why they charged him. Because her drunk ass would not stay in the car. If your driver is saying he is not the aggressor, if video footage is you seeing him running away from the situation to separate himself, and you have video footage of her in nightclubs, turning up, having a good time with other people, why the hell are you charging this man with anything? Especially if she didn't even want to charge him. What are we doing? What the is going on? Like, what the is this? Like, this is crazy to me.
This is America.
Don't catch you slipping, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That is ridiculous.
All right, guys.
That's how you started it off like that.
I did.
Oh, wow.
I do everything for a reason. Everything is very strategic.
Because in my head, I was just thinking to myself, this is America. So fitting. So fitting.
All right. Jonathan Majors has been found guilty on 2 counts. Well, let me read it actually what he got found guilty for. Because he was charged for 4 different
offenses.
Yes.
Wow.
But the 2 that he was charged for are misdemeanors. All right. So, just today, Jonathan Majors was found guilty on 1 count of 3rd-degree assault and 1 count of 2nd-degree harassment, which are both considered misdemeanors. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like okay, yeah, he didn't get hit with the full thing, but at the same time, it's like he really shouldn't have been convicted of any of these charges, right. In my opinion. From looking at the evidence and looking at actual videos of him, like, it's clearly that he's not being the aggressor in this situation. But they had their verdict. A lot of people have already seen like the viral videos of him running away from this woman.
I can't believe you played this on the podcast.
I'm playing it because it's just like look,
this is scandalous.
Like, yo, he's literally
running away.
Right, it's just like, yo, please. As a man, I ain't gonna lie. We all have this. We all understand what this means in our head when you're dealing with your girl who might be intoxicated, that you know you cannot reason with her at all. And the best thing that you can do while you're on top of the world, because people, you have to realize this happened in March. She running in the heels. I ain't gonna lie. She doing her thing. I think she took her shoes off at this point. But regardless, you guys gotta think, this happened in March. This is right off of Ant-Man 3. This is right off of Creed 3. This guy is on top of the world, having been involved in 2 #1 movies back to back. He is about to be it, you know what I mean? Like, and so I'm sure in his mind he's just like, we're in public, she's being erratic, she won't get back in the car, let me separate myself and get away from this situation. And another reason why this is like also really triggering for me and like causes a lot of anxiety and stuff like that, because like he literally did everything that he could right in this situation. You know what I mean? Like, after he finally separated himself,
he didn't do everything right.
Well, for the situation where he was at,
for the situation
where he was already at.
But you know that the situation didn't have to be a situation if he didn't put himself in a situation.
But at the same time, so we're gonna get into that. I know you're alluding to the fact of, you know, this is why you don't deal with white women. It's just, I get you, but at the same time, she is not the one that called the police or tried to charge him.
It's always like that.
Yeah, right. And this is the scariest part, because they finally separate, right? She still has his credit card. She still goes out and parties after this with other men.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
Right. The following day, he goes into their apartment to check on her, and she is passed out unconscious, drunk. So now you're faced with the situation, what do I do? And he thought the right thing to do is to call the police. He calls the police. And then the police then decides that they're going to arrest him, even though he is calling. So there's just so many things wrong with this situation. She never wanted to charge him with anything. The New York Police Department wanted to charge him when they saw black man, white woman. This is just an easy, you know what I mean, open shut case. You know what I mean? And this is just really sad to see. I'm not gonna lie. When I seen all the evidence come out, you have this footage coming out. You see her clearly in the clubs, you know, having a good time, turning on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, if you're really injured and tore up and stuff like that from a traumatic experience, I don't know if you want to go out to the bars and party right afterwards.
So why did he call the police?
He called the police because you are about to be the next biggest actor in the world. You are trying to do everything by the book. His lawyer in their arguments is saying, like, he was faced with the decision as a black man in America, am I going to do the right thing? Because the right thing is to call the police if you're with your girl and you see her lying there unconscious. What are you supposed to do? Just pretend like you're not seeing her there? Like, what are you going to do? Like, hope? Because this is
that is not right.
Because what if you're just sitting there and just hoping that she wakes up and she doesn't wake up? You don't know in that moment what she's been doing all night and stuff like that. So, like, if she is bruised up, if she's not breathing, yeah, I'm going to call the police and make sure that she, you know, gets handled. Because if you don't, now it's an even bigger problem.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, like, this is why it's just so dangerous. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. This system is not set up for us. As I don't want to sugarcoat it no more. It is what it is. We constantly get reminders every year of some kind of situation like this where they don't care. It's already written. If they want to put you away, if they want to charge you for what it is what it is. The system is not designed for what is right and what is wrong and what is truth and what is false. It is about what we want to do. And that's it. Because even with him having great lawyers, I mean, because he got Disney's backing. He got the big mouse backing. You know what I mean? Where Disney held off from initially firing him until they seen what the verdict was going to be.
That's nice.
You know what I mean? Like, which was already surprising because typically, just off the allegations of what you're being charged with, people will let you go off of that. And a lot of people did. Like, he lost a lot of endorsement deals just off of the allegations. You know what I mean? So now that the verdict is what it is, now the hammer is officially coming down on this man's career over literally this video. Like, literally what they charged him, the misdemeanor that they're charging him for was him pushing her into the car. They say it's reckless assault.
What?
This image that you're looking at right here is the reason why they charged him. Because her drunk ass would not stay in the car. If your driver is saying he is not the aggressor, if video footage is you seeing him running away from the situation to separate himself, and you have video footage of her in nightclubs, turning up, having a good time with other people, why the hell are you charging this man with anything? Especially if she didn't even want to charge him. What are we doing? What the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is crazy to me.
This is America.
Don't catch you slipping, huh?
Yeah.
Like, don't be caught slipping. Bro, like, I don't know what else to say about this situation, because to me it's just as clear as day. There's been other situations where it could be a little bit more muggy, but this is not muggy at all. Like, the consensus is that what the consensus is. Of course, court of public opinion, you know, a lot of people.
So why didn't charge her?
That's what a lot of people also are saying. Because what if the roles were reversed? What if it was him running after her? Everybody would be like, oh, this is a monster. He is psycho. He is crazy. He is aggressive. He is dangerous. If he was chasing after her, but this looks crazy nuts. Like, This is clearly somebody who is not trying to deal with any kind of confrontation. Knowing what the optics look like, I'm just going to separate myself. I've been doing all this training. I'm training for Creed 4. I'm going to run my ass around these blocks until she gets dizzy. Like, look, like, he running. And it got to the point where she just started walking.
All his life, he had to fight.
Come back!
They ain't shit for this. They ain't shit for that name. But all in all, guys, this is extremely disturbing, sad. But I also take this as a clear reminder of how this system is set up. Like, you have to damn near be constantly recording yourself at all times to prove your innocence about anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
The truth is not enough.
The truth is definitely not enough. And even with this video evidence, it's just like, bruh. Please let me know what you guys believe in the comments. What you guys think about the situation. Yeah, Crystal said sad. Yeah, it's definitely sad. Let me see here. Coming off of this, his relatives leaving the courthouse, they're asking, them what their thoughts on this.
Would you like to say anything on Miss Major's behalf?
If you guys couldn't hear, I don't know if this is his father or some other relative, but they asked what they believe of the verdict, and they said this is America. Like this, it's like
yeah, like literally, that's all I could think.
Literally, all I could think as well too. That's
like I'm not shocked. I'm not the slightest bit surprised.
Mm-hmm. It's just like dang, in 2023,
we still going through this.
We still going through it. Like the person doesn't even have to want to charge you. It's just like, you also got to be really aware of your state laws too. Like people really need to understand where they live.
Man, that's why it goes right into our hot topic for this week anyway. Like we really got to pay attention now more than ever who's in office. Like if we didn't know that it was important, I feel like now it's kind of obvious that it's very important that we pay attention to who we voting for. Like we getting ready to go into the new year, guys. Like now we need to start doing some research. Now we need to start really paying attention to what we get ready to do in November.
Absolutely. And yeah, we're going to dig into that in more details in a minute with our top topic. Major's attorney released a statement, said it is clear that the jury did not believe Grace Jabari's story of what happened in the SUV because they found that Mr. Majors did not intentionally cause any injuries to her. We are grateful for that. But we are also disappointed, however, that despite not believing Ms. Jabari, the jury nevertheless found that Mr. Majors was somehow reckless while she was attacking him.
That is... wow.
And another reason, guys, why I'm a little bit, you can call it bias or whatever the case is, but I just saw somebody wrongfully charged with this. But the reason why this is such a big deal for me and other people, for Marvel fans, Jonathan Majors was set up to be the next big bad villain of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Mm-hmm. He was going to be the next Thanos. He was going to be in multiple films coming up. And also with a future film called Avengers Kang Dynasty with his name in it.
Is it for sure that they are going to get rid of him?
Oh, yeah. Today, literally an hour after the verdict, they fired him. They Marvel literally waited for the verdict to make their decision. I'm grateful that they at least waited to get a verdict, because there's been a lot of times in the past where a lot of people would just assume you're guilty before you can prove your innocence.
Even if he is guilty, why do he gotta have a squeaky black background? I'm confused. He's an actor, because at the end of the day, Disney ain't no daggone just a company. They just as corrupt as any goddamn body.
Right. Any corporation really is corrupt. And you think about it, their shining star, their golden child, Robert Downey Jr., was not a clean person to start off a franchise with. Like, Robert Downey Jr. had a lot of things in his closet and was a really risky play for them to choose for them to lead their franchise to what it is now. Even in recent times, I know Josh Brolin, who played Cable, who also played Thanos, also had some allegations in the past as well too for some other things as well too. So it's not like everybody on your roster is squeaky clean, but I think it's just the fact of the attention that it was getting and us being so damn loud.
It will pass over. I don't understand what the big deal is.
The big deal is that we're freaking loud about ourselves. That's the big deal. Honestly, we haven't. The truth is,
but we're not mad at him.
I know we're not, but we're still.
Who is? She's not even mad. Like, what the fuck?
But the way how we report on ours is different from the way how everybody else reports on theirs. You know, like when this hit the news about what was going on, it was on every blog, everything. Cause he was at the top. Everybody was looking at him. You know what I mean? Right. Fresh off of Creed, fresh off of Ant-Man, all eyes on him. So anything. Right. That had Jonathan Majors' name in it was going to gather attention. Like, so even if it was as commenting, there was a lot of people in the beginning who just, oh yeah, he did it. You know what I mean? Like, because you're just going off of believe what we hear first, and that is what it is, and we're just going to go off of that. But
I just don't understand why we be so invested. Like, we don't be that invested in our coworkers and stuff. Like, it's like, it was a fight with his girlfriend. He didn't do nothing. We saw that he didn't do anything. Like, even in the beginning, okay, I feel like, why this kid just blow over? Like, he didn't do nothing. And you see that he didn't do anything.
Right. And she's okay. And he's okay. And it's like, but.
Like, I don't know why he can't go to Disney and immediately be like, you saw that shit was fluke, right? Like, what the fuck?
But I think that's also why Disney gave it the chance that they did, because there's been cases before, like, I don't know if you know about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case. So Johnny Depp, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean, for you guys don't know, that's a Disney project. When the allegations came out with him, they fired him. They got rid of all future Pirates of the Caribbean projects that were going to come forward and stuff like that because of the allegations. But, you know, it was, of course, found that Amber Heard lied and was psycho crazy, and they issued an apology to him and everything like that, but he lost out on opportunities, millions of dollars and endorsements and stuff like that because of what the allegations were against him. So I think they wanted to learn their lessons, like, okay, before we just go ahead and just fire him and cancel him, let's at least wait for the verdict and then we can make a decision. This was, I ain't gonna lie, because Disney's a family company. They want to be clean going forward and stuff like that.
But Marvel, they're not clean. Like, that's the kill. Like, they keep faking. This shit is weird.
But the issue is now too, and this is going back to what we talked about before. When it comes to the economy, people are not watching, buying film and movies the way they used to, and Marvel has taken a really big hit ever since the Endgame movie. All the recent Marvel projects have been lackluster, you know, for lack of better terms. A lot of the fans don't know the direction of where it's going. There's a lot of highs, there's a lot of lows, actually a lot of lows, and they're losing a lot of money. They invested a lot of money into their Disney Plus shows and all these shows, and they're not seeing a return on their investment. So they don't want any more controversy going forward when they're already in such deep water. They're already trying to figure out how they're going to make money off of these franchises moving forward, because they're not making money right now. Like, it's Marvel's in a very...
And they're having to compete now. Like, a lot of people, like, all the different networks are making movies better and better now.
Right, because everybody's also following the Marvel playbook. Everybody wants to do what Marvel did with the Avengers. Like, we see the DC universe doing... Everybody's trying to create their universe and trying to create movies around that and do that. But it's just sad to see that you have Amber Heard, which we just talked about. She's in the Aquaman movie. They let her keep her job. And we had Ezra Miller, I believe is his name, the guy who played the Flash in DC. They let him keep his job after the allegations and stuff that he did. But it's just like, dang, like...
Weird.
So, shout out to Crystal. She just sent me an article. So this is all the Marvel actors who have been arrested.
Oh, wow.
Let's see if I can pull this up real quick. We definitely know Robert Downey Jr. for sure. Nick Nolte. Yeah. Hard to see everybody that was pulled up here, but you guys catch my drift. You guys know where we stand with it. I'm sad to see that Jonathan Majors will not be playing King the Conqueror anymore. To me, he was the perfect actor for that role. He's the whole reason that last Ant-Man film, it's like, he carried that whole film. He
definitely did, and I can see him doing his own thing. We will watch it. And this is where this is important, and why we have this podcast and we talk about stuff like this. We have to support our own. Mm-hmm. If that other system, stop trying to always please the other system and please those other stuff. Fuck that shit. We you better get on your Tyler Perry or something.
We stand with you. It's clear. Like, if you can look at all the comments and all the different blogs and stuff like that, that is black, we stand with him. Mm-hmm. We realize what it is. He's like, okay, look, you had a bunny. Okay, you had a bunny. We forgive you. We forgive you for the bunny because you came into the courthouse with Megan Good. You know what I mean? He tried to clean it up.
That's the only reason.
No, he had to clean it up. This man came to the courthouse with his Bible every single time and Megan Good on his right arm. He had the Bible in the left, Megan Good in the right. That man was trying. I ain't gonna lie. He did everything he could. He even cried. Yeah, shout out to Megan Good. Yes.
Shout out to Megan Good.
Yeah, he even cried in the last day too. He did, yo.
I don't like the way you said it. I'm just going off of how you said it. He even cried, like he even added a dash of that.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. It's just like, yo, he tried everything, and it's just like it doesn't matter. Yeah. All right, that's my Jonathan Majors rant in conclusion on the situation. I had to get that off my chest.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, Jonathan Majors. We wish you luck on all your future endeavors.
Yes. All right.
The comedian's gonna eat that one up.
Oh, these are the comedians?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This has been they're gonna get at him. So. Top hill, hell no. Top hill, just subscribe.